Welcome back and good Tuesday to you. Hope you're having a good start to your week. Temperatures out there in the 70s, so it's nice and quiet with mild temperatures. Plenty of humidity. 72 in Cleveland, 69 in Blue Ridge, 70 down in Lafayette in North Georgia. That humidity, it ain't going nowhere anytime soon. We're gonna have dew points in the 70s. We had a little bit of a break over the weekend and the end of last week from the extreme humidity, but dew points are getting back into that very muggy range through the weekend, and that kind of corresponds with the upcoming storm chances that we're gonna have here over the next couple of days into the weekend. Highs are going to be right around 92 to 95. I think that's going to be the range here in the valley. This will likely be the hottest day of the week. The heat index also going to get closer to 100 as the humidity continues to rise throughout the rest of the week. But things are nice and quiet. Again, there's been a lot of flooding across the southern part of the U.S. We had a lot in North Carolina, especially over into the Piedmont with the remnants of Chantal, plus the remnants of Barry bringing that deadly flooding to Texas. Fortunately, things are nice and quiet for those cleanup efforts. And here locally, we're not tracking any rain either. In fact, this is the look at Dalton, or down in Dalton off of Walnut Avenue. Again, things are quiet this morning, but later today, going to be a little bit of a different story. So we're about to enter more of a stormy pattern moving forward after relatively quiet conditions over the last couple of days. Yeah, we've had some pop-up storms, but nothing widespread. However, as we get into your afternoon, especially those peak heating hours, it's just that typical summertime pattern where you're going to have some of those storms popping up here and there. Again, coverage may be just a little bit higher than yesterday. Not everyone gets rain, but those who do could get some heavy downpours, frequent lightning, and gusty winds. As far as severe weather is concerned, you can never really rule out a severe storm or two during the summertime, but it's pretty unlikely that we have anything widespread today. After the sun goes down, most of this is going to fizzle out. Could have a little bit of patchy fog developing after midnight through tomorrow morning, and then as we get into your Wednesday, pretty much the same. Now tomorrow we will have a little bit better chance of seeing a severe storm or two, as we're going to have a little more storm fuel to work with, but overall the pattern is trending pretty active, I would say, through the end of the week. In fact, by Thursday and Friday, storm chances are going to go up. That's probably when we're going to see the peak, as we're going to have this trough kind of sitting over the Tennessee Valley, and then heading into the weekend, just your classic hit or miss summertime storms. And again, tomorrow, like I mentioned, there is at least the chance for a few severe storms. Gusty winds going to be the primary concern. We do have that marginal risk really for points east of Chattanooga into Cleveland, Athens, Dalton, Blue Ridge, LJ. Again, nothing unusual and no tornado threat for tomorrow, but certainly could be some gusty winds and maybe small hail up to the size of quarters. So we'll keep that in mind. And of course, you just want to have the Local 3 weather app downloaded over the next couple of days, because it has a great radar feature, and that'll keep you updated as we coast into the rest of the week. Storm chances are going up, temperatures are going down slightly. In fact, we'll likely be in the upper 80s Thursday and Friday, and then this weekend, just going to dodge a few showers and storms, but overall, this is just your typical mid-July pattern.
All right, just got to be ready for it, you know.
Just have the umbrella in the car. You're not going to need it at all points throughout the week, but here and there you might.
Okay. All right, Clay. Good advice.